Hello everyone, I'm TJunkie, and I just thought I'd press an update video. There's not going to be a video tonight, and that's because the weapon model that I showed in a previous tutorial is not fully finished. I found some problems with it, so I'm having to edit that. And the reason why the model looks completely different, well, it was a quick model I did, and I didn't want it to be based on a real gun because I want it to be like a laser tool gun. Basically, it shoots out bolts that disintegrates certain objects in our game. And I was thinking how best to approach this. Really, you have two main ways of shooting in games. You have like Counter-Strike, which is raycasting, which is basically when you shoot and there's actually no projectile involved, but it hits wherever your crosshair's pointed at the time. There's a couple of variables in there, but it's mainly that's how Counter-Strike works. I believe Call of Duty works the same way. And there's projectiles, where it actually launches a little projectile, and whatever the projectile hits, it does the damage, like Battlefield does. So I think I'm going to stick to rays, because rays might suit our purpose more, and because we don't actually need a projectile. So I wanted to do a video saying that that model is almost finished. It's not 100% yet, but it's almost done. So when I've done that, I was going to add some hands to it as well, and then there's going to be quite a few videos on that. Which brings me on to the next one. I created a straw poll, and it has 3 games on here: FPS, Tower Defense, and RPG. These are going to be these are the choices that I would like my viewers to make to see which games, or which genre of a game, which I'm showing on screen right now, the poll. And this is basically so I can gauge what tutorial series to do next. People have asked me to do FPS, people have asked me to do Tower Defense. I threw an RPG in there as well, because RPG games, even though this one's going to take a very long time, it's also, people want to learn this stuff, so it'll be a 3D RPG game, and each of these tutorials will be more in depth. They're not going to be beginner tutorials. The kind of stuff we've talked about before, I will touch on, like creating menus and that sort of stuff, but explaining what each function does, what a for loop is, what an if statement is, I'm not going to go through any of that. I'm just going to say we're creating an if statement. Which brings me back to my next thing. At the end of this tutorial series, I am going to be creating a live stream. This live stream, when we complete the game, you'll have a fully working game, but this live stream is basically like streamlining. There's 100 ways to tie a shoelace is pretty much the way I use for programming. There is multiple ways to execute and get the same results that you want in programming, but the main thing this live stream will touch on is going to be adding comments to all the code, because that's important, and also touching on streamlining the code, making the code perform better, adding tweaks to it, going back on menus and tweaking menus. You know, it'll be a Twitch stream, but I'll be uploading the parts to YouTube depending on how long it is. I do like 20-minute parts, something like that, or 30-minute parts, all depending on how long this actually is. And the main reason for this is anybody who wants to streamline the game, understand the code. So there'll be comments on code on what everything does. So if you want to understand the code, you can. But it's not necessary. I mean, you will have a working game. It's not necessary to watch a live stream, but the option will be there if you want to progress a bit more and learn a bit more about why we did certain things. The option is there. Now this straw poll, the conclusion of it will be after the live stream takes place. I can't give you an exact date for that, but it's going to be after the live stream finishes. And the reason for that is I'll tally votes and everything then, and then close the straw poll down after that. That way I know, and then it gives me a few weeks to sort everything out for the next tutorial series. Also, this weekend, from the Thursday the 25th of August to Monday the 30th, I believe 30th, I'm going to be at Insomnia 58. I'll be there playing with a team and everything. I've bought tickets quite a while ago actually. So there might not be any video tutorials. I'm going to try and record some so they go public every day, and I'll try to do that. But as far as replying to YouTube comments, I might not be able to, because of where I am. I'll have my phone on me, so the odd comment I'll be able to reply to, but I might take a lot longer to reply to you. So yeah, that's the rest of the news. I'm tired, I've had a busy week and I've got a busier week ahead of me. But I thought I'd leave this update so everybody knows what's going on and they can all enjoy. Anyway. Oh, look, I'm reporting somebody here because he knew where I was. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm a teacher. See you next time. Goodbye.